SkateWine.
So I've just woken up, as you can tell. I've booked my PCR test. £120, boom, gone, poor people tax. I've got my passport, my card, buying everything. Probably shouldn't have shown that on the camera. I've got to sort out a Mexico health form. I've got to sort out a Spanish health form, which I'm just going through now. It's all data, so much data. You've got to let them basically know everything about you. So it's very clever in the fact that now they can know absolutely everything about you, and it's not freedom to travel within a world of borders. It's now we're going to know everything about you when you travel through these borders that we've created. Fully stressful and expensive. This form, Spanish form, I'm only on page 2. It's already asked for my flight seat number, which I've not got yet. Painful, and room's empty now. Nothing in my room. I need a seat number for the Spanish form, so I've gone to Emirates. I'm on Emirates on my phone now. It says, make sure you've filled out all the necessary forms to go travelling due to COVID-19. So I have to lie to Emirates to say that I have filled out all the forms so that I get my seat number, so then I can then log the seat number with Spain. That's on top of the fact that Emirates have changed this PCR stuff in January, which I probably left out. First of all, I got one on Wednesday to say make sure you got a QR code. I was looking for like 3 hours, and they were difficult to find, whether they had a QR code, whether they were within 3 hours or 24 hours or 48 hours. Usually the ones that say within a day actually stipulate 48 hours, so watch out for that. My PCR test is booked in for the morning, risking it for a biscuit, which I think you have to do at the moment with travel anyway. It says it's 3 hours turnaround time. Emirates now, the next day after saying they need a QR code, just need the relative address of where it was taken. So I just hope that it works. That's someone for the mattress.
Okay. For security reasons, baggage left droid.
Go left, I reckon.
It's currently 7:15. I'm at Heathrow. Got a bus journey. It took 3 hours, 2 till 5. Got here at about 20 to 6. Announcements are crazy. Wear a mask, make sure you know what you're doing. They don't know what they're doing. So currently waiting for my PCR. Got into Heathrow after me 3 hour bus journey. Like, I was waiting next to the 3 hour PCR test centre bit, and there was one further on down which was for the antigen test, so they weren't even in the same place. No labelling. So many people whilst I stood there for an hour were asking where the antigen test was. Lady at the PCR test thing was really nice. Got in at 7, did my PCR, wasn't too far down the old nose, which was decent because I was a bit worried they were going to blow my brains out with those little swabs. So now I'm in Terminal 3 waiting for my PCR result. The PCR's for Dubai, and then I've got to do a Mexican health form at some point as well today. They need it within 12 hours, so nightmare. Absolute nightmare travel at the moment. Knackered. Absolutely knackered.
3 hours later.
Been sat here for 3 hours and there's been no PCR test result yet. I've got 5 minutes. I've had 3 hours of excruciating anxiety and there's still no email. So this is fun times. Stay tuned. Finally in departures. Got the meal deal. What a time. 3.5 hours for my PCR test. Took absolutely ages. Got to the desk after waiting. Showed him. He said that was fine. Then he asked for my vaccine papers. Well, I was like, I don't need them because I'm going to Mexico. He's like, you do need them. So we got into a bit of an argument about that. Thankfully, he looked it up and he said, you don't. I think I knew more than he did, really. They don't seem to know very much. I then had to show my health form for Barcelona. And then also he told me that I had to do the Mexico one when I get there. And then he gave me the same Mexico city flight ticket instead of the London one. So I got to departures and they were like, you got the wrong ticket. So I had to go back, get that sorted out. Had about 3 hours sleep, absolutely knackered. Made it to Dubai, 7 hours, I've got 22 left. So Emirates had asked for a QR code and it ended up being that just the general Heathrow one without a QR code was fine.